Melissa here, where healthy doesn't have to be boring, and I'm going to show you how today. Today we are going to grill a pork tenderloin. So all of you meat eaters out there, I want you to get excited because this is going to be really awesome. And we're not going to do just a boring little pork loin. Of course you know me, and I'm going to throw my twist on it. We are going to turn it into a stuffed Cuban pork tenderloin. So we're going to make it like a Cubano minus the bread. So this is going to be delicious. We're going to grill it up, but first we're going to stuff it. But before we get any further, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for 1,000. We finally hit it. And I'm actually 7 days over my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube. So thank you for being here. Those of you that haven't subscribed, please do so down below. Smash that like button. And we're gonna get grilling, but let's stuff this pork tenderloin first. I'm gonna put this together with just 5 simple ingredients. We have our pork tenderloin. 1 pound pork tenderloin is gonna be 4 servings. I'm gonna cook up 2 today, because why not? Swiss cheese, fresh cilantro, some whole grain mustard, some bread and butter pickles that I've chopped up, salt and pepper. So easy. Okay, so I have my pork tenderloins out of the package, and they're a little bit smaller than what I thought, so cooking both of these is a great idea. What you want to do is just cut about halfway thickness of your pork tenderloin, and you're going to cut 3/4 of the way through so it butterflies open. You want to make sure that you don't go all the way through so you can still wrap this up super nice. Now we're going to get this other one cut through as well. A nice sharp knife is key here, and these look beautiful. So I have them all butterflied out. We're going to need to pound them thin next so you can see how gorgeous these are. And what we're going to do now is we're going to grab some plastic wrap, and we want it on both the top and bottom layer of our pork tenderloin. We're going to lay these guys out. Like I say, these are so lean. The pork tenderloin is such a great cut of meat because it already is really lean and trimmed up very nice. If you need to trim anything off, you can do that as well. Here goes our top layer of plastic wrap. And we're going to pound this, and we're not looking to get it tender necessarily because it already is quite tender. We're just looking to get it thinner so it's really easy to roll up. So pound away and get it nice and thin. Let's see if we did a good job. Yes, this is perfect. So not super thin. You still want it to have that consistency of meat. And now we're going to go ahead and fill it. So this is the whole grain mustard. I'm using about 2 tablespoons per pork tenderloin. You just want to spread this a nice good thin layer along each of these tenderloins. And the whole grain mustard is so great because it has a really robust flavor, but it's not as tart as, say, a traditional yellow mustard. It's a really, really rich, awesome mustard. So once we get that spread over both of these butterflied pork tenderloins, the next thing we're going to add is about 2/3 of a cup of chopped fresh cilantro. Just sprinkle that around. Make sure it's nice and even. You are going to end up rolling these together, so you don't have to get crazy because it's going to all mesh together in the end anyway. This is beautiful. So the next step I have is some thinly sliced Swiss cheese. I'm only going to put this on half of the pork tenderloin as I roll it so it doesn't make a huge chunk of cheese in the center, but we still get that really rich Swiss cheese taste. Traditional for a Cubano. Looks really nice. Our last thing we're going to add in the center here is our chopped up bread and butter pickle slices. You can use as little or as much as you want. I have about 1/3 of a cup here that I've sprinkled just all over these tenderloins. Now we're going to go ahead and roll them up. It's actually really easy because we pounded them thin and we're not super stuffed. You just want to get it nice and tight, roll it all together, and tuck anything in that wants to escape. We'll catch those guys and put them off to the side. See, we have this beautiful little roll. So we're going to tie it up. And you can use any traditional kitchen twine, any twine that's safe for cooking with. And you're going to want to tighten these little knots about an inch apart all the way along the pork tenderloins. Our key here is the reason why we're doing so many is we don't want to lose any of those ingredients while we are grilling. So we want it nice and tight and held together really well. Once we get these all tied up, you can see it's just super easy. I'm not using any Boy Scout knots or anything crazy. These are just to hold it together. As soon as we get these all tied up, this is our last one here. We have all of these long ties. We want to go ahead and trim those off so that we don't catch them on fire in the barbecue. We don't want any fires, so we're going to trim these up, make it just nice and clean. I'm going to go ahead and do our other pork tenderloin as well. So we have both of them, and here they are. We have one last step we're going to go ahead and do here, and I didn't measure here. I just did a little bit of salt and some fresh ground pepper just to top it all off. And these look great. Okay, we have these all ready. We're going to take them out to the grill. So let's get grilling. Okay, we're ready to get these on the grill. I have had it already preheating just a little bit. And yeah, these look fabulous. We want to try and get them cooked all the way through. The thing with stuffed meats I have found is it's really hard to get that center cooked perfectly. Let's roll these over. We have some nice good char marks on these. Nice and hot on this winter day. These look great. All right, we are going to go ahead and check the temperature on these. After we've let them sit for about 22 minutes, we're going to check the temperature, and we're looking for about 68 degrees Celsius. This is 64. I'm going to pull them because we're going to let them sit for a little bit as well. So let's get these off of the grill. And the temperature does rise as they rest. So I'm going to cover them, let them rest for about 5 minutes before we cut the ties and slice it. Let's get these inside. All right, fully rested. We just need to cut these ties off, and they're proving to be a little bit of a bugger, but there we go, we got them off. I'm going to get a bunch of these off here real quick, and we're going to slice it open. I really want to show you the cross section of this pork tenderloin because I think that is the magic of this. All right, let's go ahead and cut this open. And you want to do some fairly thick slices. This isn't like a sandwich slice. We want good chunks to go on each person's plate. And it's looking really good. I probably would cook it a hair under what it is here, but it still is super moist and delicious. Yeah, let me show you that cross section. This is so pretty. All I can say is take that to your next barbecue or your next dinner, but I'm going to call this a success of one hot bite. So 4 slices of this, about an inch thick, are going to run you about 215 calories. You knew I was going to tell you that because I always do. And the thing I'm pointing out this month is protein. We're going to go high protein. So this is 30 grams of protein per serving. And again, your carbs are super minimal. I think there's like 3 carbs in there total. So this is for you meat eaters out there and you people looking for high protein. This is delicious. This is lean. Let's have a bite. I'm just going to take one and you can see how the cheese is inside. That is so good. Tastes like a Cubano without the bun. So that tastes so good. You have the bite of the pickle and the kind of that sweet spicy. You have that awesome Swiss cheese that comes through. Your nice tender grilled pork. You taste that grill on it. But I'm going to call this an awesome bite. I will see you guys next Monday. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm going to make the biggest, craziest burger. We're going to make it bunless though. Why not? It's January and everyone's trying to cut back. So I will see you guys on Monday.